Welcome to EUPrivacyForAll Session55 on GDPR, specific processing, that is to say national identification numbers, and religious association, Article 80b and 85. Regarding national identification numbers, European Parliament was one proposing Article 80b that was retained. On Article 85 and churches and religious associations, European Parliament suggested compliance with Article 38, that is to say, codes of conduct, would be added. On its side, EU Council suggested that an independent supervisory authority may be specific, provided that it would respect the conditions laid down in the regulation. In their final draft, Article 80b on processing of national identification number retained that member states may further determine the specific conditions for the processing of a national identification number or any other identifier of general application. Appropriate safeguards should be provided. On its side, Article 85 on existing data protection rules of churches and religious associations stresses that churches and religious associations or communities apply comprehensive rules that could continue to apply under this regulation, provided that they are brought in line with its provisions. The proposal of EU Council to have a control from an independent supervisory authority was validated. There is only one additional referral to identification numbers in GDPR in Article 4.1, stressing that it is a personal data. Regarding Article 85, it is stressed that the regulation respects and does not prejudice the status under existing constitutional law of churches and religious associations. Currently, Article 8 of the Directive on the Processing of Special Categories of Data lays down in paragraph 7 that member states shall determine the conditions under which a national identification number or any other identifier of general application may be processed. Recital 35 stresses the link between religious associations processing and grounds of public interest. What should accountable data controllers and processors get prepared for? First, knowing that an identification number is a personal data. Second, controllers should pay attention to the specific national rules that member states may adopt to set out specific conditions for the processing of a national identification number or any other identifier of general application. Any national identification number or other identifier shall be used only under appropriate safeguards for the rights and freedoms of the data subject. On the religious associations and churches side, comprehensive rules applying in a member state will continue to apply, provided that they are brought in line with the provisions of the GDPR. In accordance with constitutional law, the GDPR does not prejudice how churches and religious associations processing activities are framed. Finally, churches and religious associations which apply comprehensive rules will be subject to the control of an independent supervisory authority. The questions we could trigger is how an harmonized approach on the processing of personal data, including identifiers, will be brought by EDPB